4:16 on the game clock. Perazo, hesitation, drive, runner, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Wilson will take it up. Not much defense there, but Sampson gets in the way of it. Kylie Sampson doing a great job, but we have a foul over here just out of our range of view. I think that's going to be on Gia Perazo. It is. Gia Perazo's first and the third on the team. Both teams with 3 team fouls. Hey kid, sit down. Thank you. Had to get somebody to sit down right in our line of view there. All right. Out top is Nelson. Nelson gives it off to Wadowitz. I like this kid. She's a very, very in control guard. Back out to Wilson. Turns, will do a stop and a runner and doesn't go. And Sampson pulls down the rebound for Foxborough. Gives it up ahead to Adriana Perazo, to Gia in the left corner, out to Drummonds, back to Adriana Perazo. 1:23 left in the game, in the first quarter, not the game. Never seen a score like this, at least I haven't in a long time anyway. All right, Sampson gets in trouble, gets it back out to Aguas Vivas. Aguas Vivas on the drive, loses the ball, and it is picked away by Wadowitz. Gives it off to Wilson. Wilson will bring it across. Wilson, contacted, no foul there. Wilson with the shot. Thought that Sampson would get a foul. Rebound is by Adriana Perazo. She'll take it to the foul line. Still has control of it. Turns around, the runner, no, over the glass. Rebound, reached for, out of bounds. It'll be Foxborough ball. Touched last by Wadowitz.
Replay here. Elijah Drummonds.
Nice stop and pop. And that, folks, is the only basket we've seen in this game so far. All right, inbounds pass is stolen back by Aguas Vivas. The shot by Foscaldo, no good.
Olivia Foscaldo subbed in for Rihanna. She subbed in and she is a freshman.
There's another shot, no good, and a rebound. Aguas Vivas is bumped off it. O'Brien has it to the corner. That was Wilson. That was Nelson, though. And what do we have? We have a foul, I believe.
Yeah, it was clear. It was clear as day. Kylie was getting frustrated. She wasn't in position, and then she gave a little bump. And maybe she thought she could get away with the other one.
So Sampson with her first foul, 4th on the Warriors. But that will send O'Brien to the foul line. She has missed 2 already in this game. This is Datman. They had the basket, though. So, it's 4-2 here. O'Brien can do a lot of things with the basketball. No kidding about that. 3 seconds left. And no, he rolled out of the basket, but Perazo will go to the foul line with 1.3 seconds left.
She was fighting to get in there, and just that unlucky roll in and out. She usually makes those, but she's going the line for 2.
Foul is on Wilson, but Adriana Perazo looking for her first 2 points of the game. 16.0 average so far this season. First one rolls out.
And we have a replay here.
It almost went down. All right, Perazo's second shot. First one did not go. The second one does not either. And so with 3 seconds left, that'll be it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're familiar with Hockomock League basketball, to see Foxborough leading 4-2 after the end of the first quarter, that's pretty, that's different. Let's put it that way. But Foxborough does have the lead.
It's extremely different. This is a defensive game. Like I said, I don't think anyone's nervous. I think there's no shots falling, especially on Minnechaug. They're putting up some good ones. They do have their freshman starter, Wilson. She's had some good looks, a couple of good shots in and out. But Foxborough's also ball watching. They are not getting position, and Lisa is going to address that right now, guaranteed.
A good crowd here at the Foxborough High Gym. A little tough parking situation today. They actually have a dance recital going on elsewhere in the building. So when I got here about an hour and a half before the game, I said, well, it's nice to see that the fans are coming out to support Foxborough basketball. Turns out they weren't here for that. So, but fans are filtering in, and they are having, and Kate, of course, you got dropped off here today because.
Yes, by my assistant.
So that's the case. Minnechaug is 19-4, Foxborough 21-1. So we got two teams here, numbers 4 and 5 in the seeding, looking to take on the winner of the other semifinal, and that is number 1, quarterfinal. That is number 1 Medfield. That will be at a site and time yet to be determined by the MIAA. Minnechaug will take the ball out right in front of us. Wilson will have it, and she will turn with Adriana Perazzo in quick pursuit. Wilson comes in swooping from the left side, is double teamed. Aguas Vivas with the steal, gets it up to Drummond's, the shot no good, the rebound by Lyric Nelson. And here comes Minnechaug quickly up on that side. Manning with the three-pointer, no good. And the rebound comes out all the way to Drummond's. Drummond's will take it across the timeline.
Foxborough's in trouble if these shots fall by Minnechaug.
Well, they are getting looks, but they're hurried looks. All right, from the corner, the spin move, the basket go up, no, Aguas Vivas tries to tip it back up, and it finally comes down to O'Brien. And Wilson has it from the left side now. Second quarter action. O'Brien looking to drive to the basket, gets it out. Three-point attempt is good by Manning. And it is a 5-4 Minnechaug lead. All right, Perazzo being covered closely by Nelson. Gets it back on the right side. Three-pointer bounces out. Sampson loses the rebound to O'Brien. O'Brien tries to get it back up. It's loose on the floor. It'll be touched by Perazzo. Gia Perazzo was the last person to touch it.
We have a replay from Manning. Three-pointer.
Quick out and a quick shot. It was a touch and shoot, basically.
Beautiful shot.
All right. Wilson with the ball, left side. Gives it out to Manning for another three, in and out. But rebound fought for. Drummond's on the floor with it. They'll call a tie-up. And the possession arrow goes in Foxborough's way. So Foxborough will have the ball. Boy, they're scrapping for the ball today, too.
They're playing physical. No one's nervous.
But the offensive looks have been quick, and they have to get the ball off quickly, and that can be a problem sometimes. Rihanna Rice is back in the ball game with her 2 fouls. And getting the ball across is Adriana Perazzo. 6:11 left here in the second quarter. Drops it off to Olivia Foscaldo. Back to Gia Perazzo. Inside to Sampson, and she's fouled on the drive around. And let's see who that's on. That is on number 11. That's on Zahara Wilson. That's her second. First of the quarter. And going to the foul line is Kylie Sampson. Of course, her sister scored over 1,500 career points here for Foxborough in their first state championship under Lisa Downs' tutelage.
Quick sub.
Misses the first free throw. Warriors got to get those free throws in. Second one does go perfectly. And it's tied 5-5. 5-5 in the second quarter. That's something I have not called with a Foxborough game in a long time.
I feel like we're at like a little kid's game.
It's very intense out there, though. All right, Wilson looking to get it across, and does. Wilson gives it off to Wadowitz. Gets it back to Manning. Looking to O'Brien, and slapped away by Rihanna Rice, and she gets it to Sampson. Here comes Foxborough. Perazzo brings it across. Three-pointer by Drummond's off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Rice. Rice will go right back up to the basket. It does not go. Rebound is fought for again. Everybody's on the floor. It does squirt out to Sampson. Foxborough has possession. Adriana Perazzo has it on the left side of the court, 29 on the shot clock. Going into traffic, the left-handed swoop by Rice is good. Terrific basket by Rice. Faked right, goes left. And she's a right-hander, yet she loves that left hand.
You know, we'll say it again. She does. Fabulous take.
All right, O'Brien goes to the court. That ball will be tied up. It'll be a Minnechaug ball. A tie-up with O'Brien.
And we have a replay.
Look at this fake. Nice move.
That was really difficult. She did great.
All right, Minnechaug will inbound from the right of the basket as Wilson sees the court. Gets it to O'Brien. Almost goes out of bounds, but saves it. O'Brien back out to Wadowitz. Wadowitz fakes, drives, has to retreat. Inside to Wilson, the little baby hook, no good. Rebounded by Rice, and a foul is called on Kelly Cronin, number 15. That's her second as well.
You can see Rihanna Rice clapping and celebrating that because she did get it hacked over the back.
She has grown immensely over the course of her first varsity season.
I think she had to adjust.
She had to replace Bryn Allen, who wasn't a season-ending injury, as I see her on the bench. And they're going to say, instead of being pushed out of bounds, which I thought she was, they're going to say that Gia Perazzo stepped on the line, which indeed she did. But I thought she was pushed there by O'Brien. But it is a Minnechaug ball. 4:28 left here in the second quarter. Foxborough up 7-5. Taking it across is Wadowitz. Wilson has it. Wilson goes to the top of the key, will take it around, retreats, turns left, and is traveled. Nice job by Adriana Perazzo to get her hands on the ball and to force the extra steps.
Wilson's looking for all of her opportunities. That was a great spin move, but she was caught by 3 or 2.5 Warriors there.
All right. Drummonds will be the one who takes the ball across the timeline. Takes it a little bit to the left side, gives it to Adriana Perazzo. Manning is on her. Perazzo tries to go into the lane, gets it across to her sister Gia for 3. No, over the basket, rebounded by Manning. Manning will take it up the court now. Gets it across the timeline, still going, will take it all the way to the basket, and it does not go. O'Brien with the rebound, gets it back out to the corner by Kelly Cronin for 3. And Minnechaug has the lead, 8-7. This is going to be tooth and nail, I think.
This is March Madness.
The 3 by Drummonds is good. Drummonds has 5 points. Foxborough back in front. And a travel called on the going up the court here. 3:20 left. Foxborough will get the ball back.
Unfortunate turnover by Minnechaug, but they got to get another stop here.
Coming into the ball game for Minnechaug is Ainsley Holden, number 4. Foxborough has the ball. Rice gets it out to Agus Vivas. She'll drive to the basket, puts off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Cronin. Gets it up ahead to Wilson. Wilson into the lane, goes to the basket, puts it right in. Nice drive by her. Her first basket of the game. 10-9 Foxborough. The layup, no good by Adriana Perazzo. The ball is loose and knocked away. I think we'll have a foul on Gia. No, we have a timeout call. That's what we have. A timeout called by Ryan Mins, and he will get his troops together to save that possession with 2:48 left in the second quarter, and Foxborough in a 10-9 lead.
And replay.
And let's see what it goes. It did go. That was a nice basket. Alasia just inside. So did they give her 3 on that or not? 2, 5, 7. Yeah, that was a 2. I miswrote it as a 3. So
they gave her 2.
Yep. So that would be 4, 5. No, that should be a 3. She was inside that line, wasn't she? You saw that in the replay. I thought she was when she released it, but they did give her a 3 because Foxborough is down with 6 points. Let's take a look at that again. Nope. Right now we're seeing the. There we go. Let's see where she was. Yeah, she is definitely inside the line by a step, but they gave her 3. So because they do have Foxborough with 6 points in the quarter, and that is 10-9. Oh no, Foxborough is down by 1. That's right. So it was a 2. All right, I'm back to doing everything right now. 6-8, yes. Foxborough is trailing by 1. Yes, it was a 2-pointer, and I was wrong. All right, Wadowitz has the ball, covered closely by Gia. She gets by her, puts it off the glass, no good. Cronin was fouled on the rebound. That foul is on Sampson. That is her second. That will be the first on Foxborough in the period. But going to the foul line is Kelly Cronin, who just hit another 3 over there, and now the first free throw is missed.
I'm really surprised with these free throws. This is the end of the season. These have to be automatic.
This could be yips right now. I mean, this is there's tournament pressure here. You can feel it. I've seen other teams play badly. Mansfield boys last night could not shoot. They were 10 for 19 in the foul line as Cronin makes the second, and now the lead is 2 points for Minnechaug. Perazzo with the ball up top. She will take the stop and pop. It goes in and out. Her baskets have been close but no cigar. O'Brien with that rebound gives it to Wilson quickly. Wilson moves up underneath the basket by herself on the back door. Ainsley Holden. That was open, and now Minnechaug opening up a little bit of a lead here, 4 points. Foxborough. Aguas Vivas has it at the 3-point circle, gives it back to Adriana Perazzo. Perazzo up top, directing traffic, will take the 3. That will not go. Rice is knocked off her feet. Is she going to get the foul? Or nope, she is called. The foul is called on Kelly Cronin. That's her 3rd. And I don't think the Minnechaug people like that one that much, but Rice had her feet taken out from under her as she went for the rebound. And it will be Foxborough ball with 1:45 left here in the half. A new clock. Inbounding the ball is Drummonds. Gives it off to Adriana Perazzo. Left side, takes it out top. Again, she's directing traffic for the Warriors here. Waiting for someone to move, and they do. Gia Perazzo moves out. Now Rice in the middle. She will take the 2 drive steps, gets it back out to the Perazzo sisters. One after the other. Adriana with the ball right now, top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She will drop it to Rice. Rice tries to get it to Aguas Vivas, but the ball was off target, and here comes Minnechaug. Stopping and turning and traveling was Ainsley Holden.
And Minnechaug, this is number 4.
Open. Yep, that was what Holden. She was alone, kind of snuck ahead of the defense. That's something that doesn't happen with Foxborough too often. Warriors have the ball across the timeline. Gia Perazzo gives it to Aguas Vivas, now to Drummonds. Drummonds right side takes it back out to Adriana Perazzo.
Perazzo's really looking for her shot, but this player on her, number 4, she's closing out on her.
Holden is doing a pretty good job in the time that she's been in, but they do have somebody kind of spying her. And Foxborough will have the ball on the tie-up, but they did get a good job of getting 2 players on the ball to tie up Drummonds. There'll be 10 seconds on the shot clock, 43.3 in the half. Foxborough in the unusual position of being down 4 and only having 9 points at this point. Rice has the ball, gives it out to Drummonds, back to Perazzo for 3, no good. Rebounded by Aguas Vivas. The shot by Gia Perazzo is no good. The rebound goes out of bounds, slapped out of bounds. I thought it was off Adriana, but they will say it's Foxborough ball. 31.3 seconds left, no shot clock. Inbounds to Drummonds. Drummonds will go into the lane, puts it off the glass. Well, there was contact there, but no call. But Rice gets the ball, puts it in, and she's fouled. Great presence of mind by Rihanna Rice to be there for that, and she gets the foul. The foul will be on number 4, Ainsley Holden.
Definitely echoing you on that presence of mind. You know, being a freshman, having little experience, but being so mature enough to follow that.
Rihanna Rice will put that first one, that free throw up. There was only 1 there, no good, and it was rebounded by Holden. So Foxborough, with 18 seconds left, they'll knock the ball out of bounds, but it will be Minnechaug's ball. Foxborough down by 2. Here's what the freshman did. I remember Bill Belichick said a long time ago, after a while, you're not a rookie anymore. They get the ball in to number 24, that's Ava Disa. They get it across the timeline, 13 seconds left. Waterwitz has it. Waterwitz outside the three-point circle. She'll give it off to Manning. Now Waterwitz has it back. 1 second left. She just put the runner up. It will not go. And they called a 30-second violation right before the time went off. I mean, so
right,
35-second violation. So they're going to say that's at the end of the quarter, I believe.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do about that.
I was going to wonder if they were going to put about a half a second back up on the clock because that's how close the timing was. But I don't know why, because it was 31 seconds when they got the ball up here, and he's calling the violation of the shot clock. And I'm wondering if the official blanked out a little bit and thought that they were back on a 30 instead of a 35-second clock, as I made that mistake just a couple of seconds ago. Anyway, it is halftime. The Foxborough Warriors trail the Minnechaug Falcons 13-11 in an intense but low-scoring game here. Kate, your impressions of what we've seen so far while I tally the scoring, which won't be too hard to do.
Right, it's not going to be hard to do because it's so low. I still see not very good rebounding by Foxborough. I know I always say that, but that's Lisa's she stresses that. I think Adriana Perazzo is looking for her shot. I already said that. She, needs to get more into the mix of things. We have a couple people in foul trouble on the other team. That's Cronin. I believe she has 3. Wilson has 2. Rice has 2. Sampson has 2.
Yes, O'Brien has 2 as well, but now it's not as much of a factor as it was when it was earlier in the contest. So the scoring. And here's the control center for our Foxboro Cable Access folks, bringing you this game on the NFHS Network, the National Federation of High Schools.
Scott and Mike Everson, Scott Daniels, Mike Everson, Judy Briggs behind the scene. She's in the corner.
I'm Mark Farinella. That's Kate Hill. We have done this before.
Yep, we love it.
A couple of state championships in our back pocket. So
That's right.
we got to the semifinals last year. Unfortunately, they didn't get past that for Foxborough. Here's the scoring at halftime, and it's pretty easy to read off for Minnechaug. Ainsley Holden has 2 points. Zahara Wilson has 2 points. Kaylin O'Brien has 2. And that's something, if you're a Minnechaug fan, you're not expecting that at this point of the game. Kelly Cronin has 4, and Ava Manning has 3, and that brings us to 13. Let me just make sure of that.
I got the same.
And that's exactly what I have. And so for the Foxborough Warriors, Adriana Perazzo scoreless so far in this game. That's, again, that's something both Perazzo sisters have not scored yet. Alasia Drummonds has 4 points and a couple of 2s. Kylie Sampson has 1 point on a free throw. Brianna Rice leading the way, and the leading scorer in the game so far was 6 points. 2 free throws in the first quarter, 2 baskets in the second quarter. And that's where we stand, 13-11 here at Foxborough High School. Minnechaug in the lead.
It would be interesting to have a little camera in both locker rooms and be able to broadcast to the folks at home to see what they're discussing. It would be kind of cool, but we don't have that capability. FCA, they might be able to do that later in the years. Just kidding.
I don't know if the coaches would like that.
No, of course not. But just how they do it in the pros.
So the winner of this game will move on to a neutral site for the semifinal round, and right now that opponent is number 1 Medfield, 23-0. Medfield punched its ticket Friday night with a 66-46 win over Tri-Valley League rival Norwood. That was the number 8 seed. Sophomore Abby Broderick scored a season-high 31 points in that win, and that was the Warriors' second win this year over the Mustangs, who are coached by former Braintree coach Kristen McDonald, who is one of the best coaches in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
She's your fave.
On the other side of the bracket, number 2 Whitman Hanson edged number 7 Oliver Ames 51-47 on Friday. Number 3 St. Mary's of Lynn routed number 6 Walpole 75-43 on Thursday. So it will be St. Mary's and Whitman Hanson. Whitman Hanson, the number 2 seed, and both of these games will be played at sites and times yet to be determined by the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association.
What's your thought?
My guess, maybe UMass Boston. That's a possibility, but you never know. At this time of year, you got to find gyms that are open.
Right.
And as the MIA tells me, that's why they don't plan ahead that much, because they have trouble finding gyms someplace that can accommodate large crowds. And they also want to have multiple games at multiple sites there. So
we don't have to worry about weather because apparently it's going to be like June next week.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I finally can see some parts of my front yard again after all this time, but my second garage door has so much snow up against it, I will not see my convertible until September. So, fortunately, I do have one of them open. So, let's take a break here at halftime here at Foxborough High, and we will return with the second half. Again, I'm Mark Farnella, Kate Hill with me. We are very happy to be bringing this game to you. Foxborough trailing Minnechaug 13-11 here in a very low-scoring game here at halftime. We'll be back. Welcome back to Foxborough High School for today's Massachusetts Division II Girls Basketball State Tournament quarterfinal. And it's a round of 8 here. The 5th-seeded Falcons of Minnechaug Regional High School lead the Foxborough Warriors, who are the number 4 seed, by 2 points. And yes, folks, it is 13-11. Sometimes Foxborough will get 24 points in 1 quarter. So
right.
That shows you how the intensity and the defense that's being played in this game. I'm Mark Farinella, Kate Hill alongside. 3rd quarter is about to start here. And I'm thinking that the Warriors come out and hit a couple of their shots early. It could be a different ball game for them, but they've been stymied so far by some very good defense by these green-clad Falcons.
I think we're going to see a different half, Mark.
Well, I sure hope so, because they haven't really had much to call to this point. All right. Minnechaug has the ball to start the half. Kaylin O'Brien gets it inside to Zahara Wilson. No good on the basket. The rebound is up and in. And I believe I was blocked on it, but I believe it was by number 15. And it was Kelly Cronin. She has 6 points in the game so far. And Minnechaug is up by 4. Adriana Perazo gives it to her sister Gia. Gives it out to Kylie Sampson at the high post. Drummond says they work it around the perimeter. Now Perazo, Adriana dishes it out to Gia for the 3, no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Here comes Minnechaug up the court quickly. Wadowitz goes to the basket, no good. Rebound fought for, will go out of bounds off of Rihanna Rice. It'll be Minnechaug ball.
So this is number 15 with that offensive rebound, Cronin.
All right. Up top is Wilson with the ball. 19 seconds on the shot clock for Minnechaug. Outside the circle, now gives it to Wadowitz. Wadowitz, it's a little bit of a bump there, but gives it off to Manning. And stolen away by Drummonds. Drummonds, they take a path to the basket. She is fouled on the way in. What a nice job of drawing that foul. She knew she was too far into the basket, but she caught the bump from Manning.
Did see a little bit of dip in that shoulder, just expecting that contact.
Just a little bit. I think she actually drew it a little bit.
And she's going for 2.
So that is the foul is on Ava Manning. That's her first. And going to the foul line for 2 is Alasia Drummonds. First shot is good. And you can hear that nice little thwip through the basket. We love the microphone they have up here. As you can see, she stole that one away. Second shot is good. Foxborough gets 2 back. It is 15-13 Minnechaug. Drummonds now with 6 points. Wilson will bring it across. Very talented freshman. Gia Perazo. And during play, they were waving for a foul. Didn't get it. The 3-pointer by Wilson's no good, and Drummonds comes away with it. Loses the ball out of her hands. And O'Brien has it. She is double teamed. To lose the ball out of bounds, it will be Minnechaug ball.
So the name of the game here, and the name of the game is to keep your heads in it now with these little bumps.
Oh yes, and there was a little bit of a bump there by Gia Perazo, but she's pleading her case. I don't think that's nothing you really want to do, even with 3 officials out there.
But they're moved on.
All right, boy, look at that little great body control though, and. What we are calling, she does finally call a foul here. That's away from the ball, I think.
She's calling it on Sampson.
All right, so Sampson away from the ball has her 3rd foul. And that's the first on Foxborough in the quarter. And Naomi Aguas Vivas will come in quickly to get Sampson out of there.
And I'm going to repeat it. You got to keep yourself cool and let the other team, or either way, let the other one make the mistake.
Wilson will inbound. Finally has to go deep with it, goes to Wadowitz. Gets it back to Wilson, will go out of bounds off her hand, and it will be Foxborough ball. So 6:14 left in the 3rd quarter.
So that turnover, now Foxborough got to capitalize on this possession.
Showing press. They back off quickly. Look like they're in man right now anyway. And Drummonds gets the ball across, gives it to Rice. Rice, still a little dangerous bounce pass there to Adriana Perazo, but she does get it. Perazo looking inside, ball jumps back out to Rice. 3-pointer by Drummonds. Drummonds no good. Rebound underneath, and it'll go out of bounds off Foxborough. Sometimes when you're courtside with 3 officials on you and you have 2 of them standing in your way, a little tough for that to see through them from our position here, but
they're getting paid more than us.
that's true. That is definitely true. All right, the quick inbounds pass goes all the way down the court to Cronin, and she has a quick line to the basket. Cronin now with 8 points in the game. Gia Perazzo got it back up across, gives it to Drummonds to Adriana Perazzo. Perazzo on the left side to Rice in the middle. Back to Perazzo for 3. It goes off the rim, no good, and comes down to Rihanna Rice. Reverse does not go. Cronin with the rebound, and a foul will be called on the rebounding effort. And I believe that's going to be on Adriana Perazzo. It is.
So that's a nice take by Rihanna Rice. A little bit of slowness, I'm sorry, by Agua. She got to get in there. Aguas Viva, she got to get in there and get another rebound.
That's only the first foul on Perazzo. O'Brien loses control of the ball, will have to stop. Gets it back out to Cronin on the baseline to Manning, no good. Rebound, fought for. And it's going to go out of bounds. It will be, what do we have here?
Oh, absolutely tipped by Aguas Vivas.
All right, they did.
She's feeling it.
Yeah, and she is kind of banged up a little bit there.
So.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I think they called a foul. I think they call a, was that a technical foul or a flagrant foul? It might be a flagrant foul.
Maybe we got to get the replay, but I don't know if she slammed the ball down by accident out of frustration.
That might have been the case.
She's really upset.
So Wilson will go to the foul line. First one is no good, and they will have the possession. All right, let's take a look, Kate.
So got her tipped there.
She is fouled.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what.
She slapped it and got a technical foul.
She wanted to get that rebound, just out of frustration.
So that goes down as a personal foul against her as well. Misses both of the shots, though. So Wilson misses both of the technical foul shots, but Minnechaug will have possession. That is 1 foul on Aguas Vivas, and it is the 3rd personal foul for the Warriors in the period. But Wilson will go back to the basket, puts it shoulder to the top, rebounded by Kelly Cronin. Cronin with 3 baskets in this quarter, and now Minnechaug has opened up a 19-13 lead. Foxborough in trouble this time. Of course, they trailed Mansfield early in the season for almost the entire game, came back strong in the last 5 minutes. And Adriana Perazzo was behind that. She has the ball, she's going baseline. She is covered closely by Wilson. She's trapped in the lane. She goes down, the ball is loose, Wilson has it. Wilson will go all the way up the court with it. She'll go right to the basket, puts it up and in. And a timeout call by Lisa Downs. She's seen enough of this. 4:29 left, and the Minnechaug Falcons have taken a 21-13 lead in this low-scoring game. So it may not sound like a lot, but it could be a lot in the context of this contest, Kate.
Minnechaug's got a little push here with that technical, so things are kind of going their way in the positivity of them thinking, right? And then you got the steal by Wilson going nice to the lane there with the righty layup. So they have, what, like a 6-0 run at this point. Foxborough is running their offense, but I feel like they're telegraphing things. I mean, this team has watched them. They've watched billions of film. And, we'll do a replay here. We have Minnechaug with Wilson, and then the putback by number 15 there, Cronin, I believe.
Cronin has been outstanding.
She's been doing great. And then Wilson with her steal and the
she had it all
layup.
The way to the basket.
So Foxborough, a couple of things. They're going to run their offense. That's what Lisa wants to do. But we need to see Adriana Perazzo hitting some shots. I think that's going to give us some momentum, and we need to cut this lead.
Warriors coming back out. And into the game for the Warriors is number 24. That's Megan Brennan. Megan is a sophomore forward. Kind of battled with injuries this year, but she's back out there now to give the Warriors a little bit of length underneath. Drummonds gets the ball across, gives it to Rice. Get back to Drummonds. Drummonds. Tricky dribble, comes out back top, behind her back, almost loses it. You got to be a little bit careful in traffic like that. She'll throw up the foul line jumper, and it goes. All right. Drummonds now with 8 points, and Foxborough cuts that deficit down to 6. Wadowitz, quick pass to Alone Wilson on the side for 3, no good. Rebound by Drummonds. Drummonds will get control of it and she'll bring it across. Foxborough being very patient, very deliberate here. Gives it over to Gia Perazzo on the left side. Back to Drummonds up top. Adriana Perazzo on the right side. Foxborough not really moving a lot without the ball right now. Drummonds will Perazzo took the shot, no good, but the rebound comes out. And Foxborough has possession. Three-pointer by Drummonds, no good. Rebound fought for, and O'Brien has control of it. And they're going to call a foul. Let's see what they're calling. Sarah Dio, one of the two officials from Attleboro High, goes over to talk to the baseline official.
And he has the call. The baseline official does have the call, her angle. So it is a jump ball, I believe.
It is a tie-up.
And it is Foxborough possession.
Foxborough ball. With 3:21 left here in the third quarter, Foxborough down by 6. And yes, the fans are getting into it. Alasia Drummonds has the ball on the right side. Will take it to the basket. His foul is blocked by Waterwitz. Foxborough comes away with the ball. Sampson has it. Gets it back out. Stolen away by number 23, Lyric Nelson. And she'll give it to Wilson. Right side three. No, yes, it is good. It drops in by Kelly Cronin, and she has been red hot in this quarter. And a foul called on Nelson as she brings it across. She grabbed the jersey, and that will be a foul on her. That'll be the second on the team, I believe. See when they put it on the board. They haven't put it up there yet. Yes, they're counting, and they will come over to explain it. It was on, I believe it was on Nelson. It would be her first, and the second on the team. So Foxborough will inbound from right next to us. 2:55 left. Drummonds has it up top. Adriana Perazzo, left side, went all the way across the court to get it. Perazzo looking out, back her in. Foxborough works the perimeter. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Adriana Perazzo has it. Gives it to Drummonds on the right. Looking for the cutter, does not go, but looking inside, Rice gets it. Again, Perazzo, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Foxborough not getting what they want. Underneath, Gia Perazzo hits the bottom of the backboard. The ball is loose, and Rice comes away with it. There's a foul called, and I think it's on. I think they're going to call it on Sampson when she was on the floor. All right, let's see what they have.
See what happens here.
That would be Sampson's fourth
Scrambling,
foul.
and she's just very aggressive, grabbing onto a number 11 Wilson's leg there. Can't do that.
That is the fourth foul on Sampson, the fourth on Foxborough in the period. And Foxborough will show press. O'Brien, who's been frustrated offensively today, hasn't really had many opportunities. Gets it across to Wilson. Wilson to O'Brien. O'Brien right at the three-point circle, gives it off to Wilson. Cuts in at the foul line. Moore looks to go up with it and loses the ball.
Wow, that was a good call by the ref. I mean, there was all ball.
Yep.
She got some contact under there. She's a good player. And replay here. So we have Cronin there for the three. Beautiful shot by number 15 from Minnechaug.
Back live. O'Brien has it under the basket. It's blocked by Rice. And Adriana Perazzo has it. She will take it across. 1:48 left in the quarter, and this has just been incredibly intense. Rice has it. Rice tries to go through two players, gets it off to Drummonds for the three. No good. The rebound is fought for. It comes down to Waterwitz. Waterwitz is fouled by Drummonds.
I think any ref was looking for that after missing that three, and also kind of, going for the rebound and being missed that foul underneath. That was an obvious situation.
And that will put Waterwitz at the foul line. That puts Foxborough in the bonus situation. Puts Minnechaug in the bonus situation. So Waterwitz, who does not have a point yet in this game, goes to the foul line for two. First one is up and in.
I told you this was going to be a different half.
9-point game right now for Foxborough, trailing it. And going into the game is Bree Foisey, number 31 for Minnechaug. The second shot is up, and it's out of the basket, and rebound is off the hands. Oh, I thought it was off the hands, and I think they're going to talk about that. I thought it was off of Naomi Aguas Vivas. They will call it that. He will reverse his call. It is a 10 points deficit here. Foxborough trailing, 1:31 left, 25-15. They just absolutely cannot score against these people. And that is a testament to the defense being played. Three-pointer by Foisey, no good. Rebound fought for. Two players galloped up, and it comes down to O'Brien. She'll go up, and she's fouled with the basket. Foul is on Rice. That is her third. So going to the foul line to complete the three-point play is Kaylin O'Brien. She has 4 points in the game, looking to make it 5. And it is 27-15, now 28.
Things are just not going Foxborough's way.
Not at all. Foxborough's got to make a huge comeback here, or it's going to be Minnechaug going on to the semifinals. Foxborough, push off, shot. Perazo hits the shot.
She created some room for herself.
And they will call that a 3. Two-pointer, I'm sorry, 2. I didn't thought she'd step back enough for that. The three-pointer attempt no good there by Manning. Rebound out to Rice, took for Perazo, no good underneath. Rice battling for the rebound, will go off of number 22 Manning. It will be Foxborough's ball.
And I don't know if it's the volleyball skills by Brianna Rice, but she's been really diving over her players. I'm surprised she's not getting called for that over the back.
Aguas Vivas with the basket, and she's fouled on the inbounds play.
And she is redeeming herself with that play. She felt so horrible for that technical, and now she's got an and one with a bucket.
The foul, I think, is on Foisey. Let's see when they put it up on the board. Yes, it is. On number 31, that's her first. That's the third on Minnechaug in the quarter, and Naomi Aguas Vivas goes to the foul line, the junior. Puts it up and in. And Foxborough has cut the deficit to 8 points. 28-20, Minnechaug in the lead here. Minnechaug having trouble getting it across. Wilson will get it across. Wilson.
Yes! Offensive foul!
Offensive foul is called. As she went to the basket, she used her elbow to get there.
What an amazing take by number 11, Wilson. I really enjoy watching her play. But a little too strong and an offensive foul call. So
that's her third foul in the fourth.
And that could have gone either way, Mark. I mean, that was really tricky.
It could have. That's the fourth foul on Minnechaug now as Foxborough inbounds the ball. 29.3 seconds left now as they get the ball across. No shot clock. Drummonds gives it to Aguas Vivas, gives it back to Drummonds. Drummonds will go in from the right side. She's not fouled. They don't call it, but she gets the basket. A beautiful basket by Alasia Drummonds. 10 seconds left here. Going to the basket is O'Brien. Doesn't go. She gets her own. I'm sorry, that was Cronin. Cronin is fouled. I think the foul's on Gia Perazo. Let's see.
I believe you're right. And coming down the court, you know, if Aguas Vivas had just turned her head 1 second, she would have deflected that pass. But, you know.
With 4.6 seconds left here, Kelly Cronin will go to the foul line. She has 9 points in the quarter.
She's playing a great game.
Puts the first free throw up and in. And this is really offense from a source that I didn't think they were going to. Ava Disa comes into the game for Minnechaug.
And heavily guarded Alasia Drummonds, connecting on that too.
And the shot is up and falls off the rim, rebounded by Aguas Vivas. Quick pass up ahead to Gia Perazo. She is hit. Ball they'll just say that's it, the end of the quarter. Wow, I thought she was hit on the way in, but
she didn't have possession yet.
And the horn didn't sound either.
Yeah, she didn't have possession yet, so the ball was just coming to her.
They're going to say it was off her, so that's going to be it for that. All right, the score at the end of 3 quarters is Minnechaug 29, Foxborough 22.
And the biggest lead was 10, I believe, and the Warriors have cut it down to 7.
Yep. So let's see, the Warriors scored 11 points in that quarter to get them to 22.
What an explosive quarter, very action-packed, lots of drama, but you know, both teams got to dial it in and play a great game of basketball, and we'll see what happens.
I'm just counting the points here to make sure I'm right. 13, 14, 15, 16 points for Minnechaug. They outscored Foxborough 16-11 in the quarter, but Foxborough came back towards the end.
And I believe this is Adriana Perrazzo's only points of the game. Correct me, Mark, if I'm wrong.
It is.
And, you know, you're never going to call everything. That player might have been pushing her first, and maybe that's why they let her push off. She created that room, but she, you know, she's on the board.
29-22, Foxborough trails here. This is gut check time for the Warriors. But as I said, they played a similar game earlier in the year against Mansfield. That was at Mansfield. The Hornets led for most of the game. Foxborough won that one 46-44 with a great fourth quarter. The Warriors would like to repeat that right now. Minnechaug wants to stop that. Perrazzo loses the ball to O'Brien. O'Brien has it. She gets it under control, gives it to Wadowitz. Wadowitz takes a bump from Gia Perrazzo, but gets it across the court. Driving to the basket is Wilson. She'll put it up. It's stuck on the basket, on the rim. Nobody gets a point for that. The foul was called, I believe.
Originally, I thought the ref was upset about his call, but I think he was more upset about the ball being stuck.
And that is the second foul on Adriana Perrazzo, first on the team. So going to the foul line for two. Had nothing happened on that, it just would have been according to the possession arrow, but it does go to Zahara Wilson for two free throws here. 7:36 left in the fourth quarter. The first one goes out. Neither team shooting their free throws particularly well, although Foxborough did get 3 for 3 in the third quarter. Wilson, Gibson shoots, makes it. Lead is back to 8 points, 30-22, Minnechaug. Foxborough will bring the ball across very deliberately. Adriana Perrazzo gives it to her sister Gia. Aguas Vivas back to Perrazzo. To Drummonds. Drummonds will take a couple of steps back. Manning is covering her. She gives it off to Gia Perrazzo. Right side. 12 seconds left in the shot clock. Long three by Drummonds with a three from about 25. Wow. All right. Foxborough showing a little bit of a press, but backs off it. Adriana Perrazzo is marking. Oh, a tie-up, no call either way. Could have been a call on her. But Wilson gets the ball across. 22 seconds left here on the shot clock. Wilson having trouble getting away. Perrazzo's on her like glue to Wilson. Now that was to O'Brien. I'm sorry, Cronin for another three. And so they match threes. 33-25. Foxborough has the ball in the forecourt. Adriana Perrazzo looking for the pick, off the pick, and a foul on Manning as Rice went to the basket.
Great pick and roll. You know, you can never, you know, doubt that play, especially with Rihanna Rice with the long arms and the high wingspan and the high jump. You know, she's going to always get that pass from Adriana. That's
Manning's second foul, and Rice will go to the foul line for two. It's the first one. Look at Alasia. She took a big step back out. Wow. But
that was deep.
They countered immediately. So Rihanna Rice looking for her second basket, and she gets it here on the free throws. Now has 8 points in the game. Foxborough trails by 6. O'Brien brings the ball across, gives it to Wilson. Neither of these kids has really lit it up so far, which they are capable of doing, but they've gotten great work from some of the other Falcons tonight.
And it looks like Perrazzo is face guarding 11 right now.
O'Brien just puts it in with a nice little move.
Sit down, man.
My face was down at the buck.
I have no idea what was.
Yeah, we were both recording that basket.
So O'Brien with that basket.
And we'll get it replayed in a bit.
Well, I don't see any change. I think it was maybe just a warning. I think that's all it was because there was no change on the scoreboard. Perrazzo with 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Kelly Cronin. Gia Perrazzo knocks the ball away. She'll get called for the foul. away from, just right from behind her. She did reach. Lisa Downs pleading the case here, claiming that there was an elbow beforehand.
We got Rice. She looks a little banged up, but she's walking it off.
Yep, Perazo, that would be Gia's third foul and the second on the Warriors in the period. So from the end line, Minnechaug will inbounds. 5:40 left. They lead by 8 points. Bringing it across is Wilson. Gives it off on the far side to Lyric Nelson. Nelson will get it back out top to Wadowitz. Wadowitz, she's been a really steady guard out there for them. She'll make the drive, has it knocked away. I think it was by Drummond that knocked it away, and she ended up losing the ball. Got her hands back on it, and Foxborough will have the ball. Sampson will inbound. Gets it to Gia Perazo. 5:14 left. Foxborough still looking at an 8-point deficit here.
Possession by possession here for the Warriors.
Gia Perazo gets it across, gives it off to Drummonds. Drummonds will step back, thinking about the 3 dribbles and off her leg, but gets it back. Oh, you got to be careful about that. She will take the long swooping move. It's knocked away, gets it back out to Adriana Perazo for 3! Perazo hits that first 3-pointer of hers today, and Foxborough gets it back down to 5 points. 35 to 30. I keep wanting to say more points because it's been a low-scoring game. All right, Wadowitz has it for Minnechaug. She'll take it into the lane. We'll drive. We'll go to the basket. She'll draw the foul. Did not get the basket.
A couple steps on that last drive. We have Adriana Perazo kicked out from Drummond's deep 3, just when we need it.
Foul.
Great job.
The foul was on Adriana Perazo, and a timeout called. That's her third foul. I think it was called, yes, it was called by Foxborough, by the coach Lisa Downs. She's in her 15th season as head coach. She first made a name for herself here in Foxborough as an all-star player in the 1980s. Went on to what was then called Southeastern Massachusetts University. It's now UMass Dartmouth. She was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year there. Came back to Foxborough, was an assistant coach in 1995 when the Warriors won a Division III state title. And she left coaching to start a family, returned as an assistant under former state scoring leader Sarah Bain in 2006 here in Foxborough. Since taking over the program in the 2011-2012 season, Downs has posted a 273-69 record. That's 798. She's won state titles with the Warriors in 2018, 2020, 2023, those in Division II, and then 2024 in Division III. Now they're back in 2 again, and now they have their work cut out for them with 4:28 left. This is the basket by O'Brien. Drove to the basket, one of her first opportunities to get in there for it. And then the little push afterwards, but they did not call a foul. That, as far as I can tell, it was just a stoppage to explain it. Wadowitz at the foul line for 2 free throws. Gets the first. She now has 2 points in the game. Her next opportunity is off the rim, no good. Rebounded by O'Brien. Driving to the basket, losing the ball. Had it knocked out of her hands was Nelson. Foxborough has it. Gia Perazo brings it across. 6-point deficit, 36 to 30. Looking inside, stolen away by Cronin, stolen back by Rice. Gets it out to Sampson. Perazo for 3. It's good! Adriana Perazo with another 3-pointer. And now it's 36 to 33. Foxborough storming back.
That's going to lift her confidence.
They're having trouble getting the ball across. They do get it across, finally. Wadowitz gives it off to Wilson. 22 seconds left in the shot clock, 3:40 in the game. Wilson stops, pops. No good, rebounded underneath by Nelson, no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul called as Sampson gets the rebound. The foul will be on number 12, that is Elizabeth Wadowitz, her first. It'll be the second on Minnechaug. Foxborough has the ball. Inbounded And it'll be walked up across the timeline by Adriana Perazo. Drummonds has it, left side. She'll put up the three. It's good! Drummonds hits the three. And now it's a tie game, and a timeout is called. 36-36, and that is Foxborough basketball. Timeout called by Minnechaug.
Now, on that set there, she's looking for that pick and roll with Rice, and Rice is knowing that Drummonds is just going to pop right out onto that three, and she drained it. It was excellent. 2
threes apiece by Adriana Perazo and Alasia Drummonds in this period. Let's see the last 2 of them.
And Adriana Perazo
straight on three, great
lifting
shot.
That confidence. And we have Alasia Drummonds from the pick and roll, but she's not going to give it up. She's going to take it.
Oh, what a nice shot.
And this Minnechaug team is not going away. They are a very tough team. They have some great seniors and great players. So stay tuned, everyone. We have 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and it's a tie game.
Wow. Battling back from a deficit that was in double digits, the Foxboro Warriors showing the pedigree. And I apologize to anybody who might be listening from the folks from Minnechaug out in Wilbraham, but I'll tell you.
They have a history from the 90s.
They have a history. Yes, they do, but I'll tell you one thing. This Foxboro team is the product of a program. All right, the ball has been inbounded. Wadowicz, who's played a really good game against tough defense, comes up with the ball, brings it across. At the top of the key, gives it back to Wilson. Wilson to O'Brien, right side. She's got Rice on her. She'll go to the basket, and Rice will draw the foul on the way in. And I think Rice is banged up. Rice have felt that one. That would be the 4th foul on Rihanna Rice, and she is struggling to get up.
She's going to be okay.
I hope so, but she's feeling her. She says her. I think she banged her right kneecap.
Right knee.
And
let's look at this replay. Rihanna guarding. Let's see what happens. It looks like they might have knocked knees. I think that right knee.
Yeah, this is not good. As Lisa Downs has come out to talk to her, the trainer is out with her as well, and she is feeling a lot of pain there. So let's just go over where we've been here so far in the game. It is 36-36, 2:53 left.
We'd hate to, think of this as something other than just knocking knees, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Rihanna's mom is going out to talk to her. It's probably very painful, and we will not dwell on it. But just looking, both teams are at their huddles right now as they're trying to address what's happened with Rihanna Rice down at the far end of the court. So far, let's look over the scoring so far for the Foxboro Warriors. Perazo has 8 points. Adriana does. Gia has not scored yet in this game. Naomi Aguas-Vivas has 3. Rihanna Rice is up on her feet. Lisa Downs telling her to just be calm. Don't try too much. The trainer will help her.
She's putting weight on it, so that's excellent.
Walking.
That's kind of a good sign.
She is walking, so that is a good sign.
We don't like anyone on any team to have that, season-ending injury. It's very, it's unfortunate.
They'll send Naomi Aguas-Vivas in for her because since the coach went out to talk to her, they have to do that. And the trainer went out, so hopefully Rihanna will feel better. But right now, at the foul line for Minnechaug is Kaylin O'Brien with 2 shots and a tie score here with 2:53 left. O'Brien's first shot is in the good basket. This kid is money for them. She has been their pressure player all year.
And she is a lefty.
Second shot is off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kylie Sampson. Gives it off quickly to Perazo up in the corner. Comes back out to her. Naomi Aguas-Vivas has it up top, gives it to Gia. Gia will turn around to the right side, looks to drive, but good defense shuts her off by Nelson. Far side looking for the possible 3. Adriana will drive instead, gives it back out to Gia for 3. Yes. Gia gets the basket! Another Perazo heard from, and Foxborough leads 39-37. Wow, that's a freshman, folks. All right, Wilson, another freshman coming up. There's going to be some great players on the court for a few years. Wilson will take it at the foul line, dishes it out. Wadowicz with a short-range jumper, no good. Rebound underneath. Given back to O'Brien. O'Brien is fouled. The rebound was by Nelson. She gave it to O'Brien. O'Brien got the foul.
Now I know
And
this
that
is
was by Agus Vivas. I'm sorry.
This is a pressure, 2 minutes left. Foxborough has to block their players out. This team cannot get second and third opportunities, on both ends, for both teams.
Minnechaug will be in the bonus after this is over, but the first one rolls out. 2:01 left. Foxborough up by 2.
And let's look at Gia Perazzo.
We could hardly see it, but there it was.
Nice.
Second one does not go, and the rebound is fought for, and Gia Perazzo comes up with it. And Adriana will bring it across with 1:53 left. Foxborough in possession. They want to do everything right now.
So 2 seniors on the court, 2 juniors, 2 freshmen, I believe.
Well, I think it would be 6.
Oh boy.
I'm just teasing you. All right, that ball's loose, but Adriana Perazzo will come back with it. They could use 6 players right now, the way Minnechaug has played defense. They've been excellent at it. That's a steal. There we go, but it's battled back. It will still be controlled by Waterwitz. She gets it to Nelson. Nelson on the left side gives it to O'Brien. O'Brien will go to the basket and put it in.
That was a good hoop by O'Brien.
And it's a 39-39 game with 1:12 left. We could have some free basketball here today. All right, Adriana Perazzo way up top. 19-18 on the shot clock. Looking to get a play here. Perazzo will move. She'll get inside. Rice loses the ball. I'm sorry, Agus Vivas got it. O'Brien stops underneath, does not go, gets her own rebound, sends it out to Wilson. And timeout called by Minnechaug to preserve the possession. 43.3 seconds left. We have a 39-39 tie.
I don't think Minnechaug could believe that Foxborough, did not connect on this possession over here. I think they looked confused, missing this layup over here and then getting a rebound. Like, what do we do next?
Let's see what they did here. O'Brien is the kind of the money player you want to go to at the time like this. She'll put it up off the glass and in. Very
important hoop by her.
Foxborough has 5 baskets in the fourth quarter. They are all 3-pointers. 3 of them by the Perazzo sisters, 2 by Adriana, 1 by Gia, 2 by Alasia Drummonds. The other 2 free throws were by Rihanna Rice early in the quarter.
So Minnechaug coming out of this huddle, it's 39 all, 43 seconds left. I don't know. After watching tournament play, I think they're going to not expect, Foxborough should not expect their top player to score. After watching that Oliver Ames North Attleboro game, they were thinking Avery Gamble was going to shoot that last shot, but it was one of their seniors. So Foxborough has to just D up and communicate on defense and crash the boards.
Right now, if you look at the clock, you see that Foxborough would have another possession no matter what. They have 34 seconds on the shot clock, 43.3 on the game clock. It's a tie game. Foxborough Minnechaug inbounding from the left of the basket. They do. Wilson has it back. Wilson will go in for the layup. But they left Foxborough plenty of time. They bring it across. 33 seconds on the shot clock. They're down by 2. Perazzo gives it off to Drummonds. Drummonds takes it back. Will take the 3. It's blocked. It is stolen by Wilson. I'm sorry. Yes. No, that was. No, I'm sorry, that was Cronin, and what do we have? We have a timeout called by Minnechaug. 18.7 seconds left, they have a 2-point lead, and this is not a good position for the Foxborough Warriors. Drummonds tried to take the 3, it was slapped away by Cronin, and Cronin got control of the ball.
Maybe next time be a little bit more patient, but Drummonds has been having an excellent game. If she would have hit that shot, it would have been, a different situation right now.
No, this is a tough situation for the Warriors to be in right now. They're down by 2, 18.7 seconds left. Minnechaug will have the ball in the forecourt. Let's see what happened on this shot. Yep.
Great defense.
Cronin, then she took the ball and she went up the court with it too. And
that was interesting.
Timeout was called while she was driving to the basket.
Which is odd.
Now there was a block on it, so Foxborough might not have had the ball. The ball was going out of bounds. But as it stands, the timeout saved the possession. 18.7 seconds left. And here we go. This was the 4th straight 20-win season for the Foxborough Warriors, but now their season is in jeopardy. The inbounds play, timeout called. They were right down to the 4th second, I think.
I think this is the 4th timeout called by Minnechaug. I have not been keeping track here.
All right.
They might have one more.
And I've not seen any signals by the official otherwise, so with 18.7 seconds left, and they were looking to see what was available. Wilson couldn't see anything. She was right in front of her bench, and the coach, Ryan Mins, decided right about the last possible second he could to make that timeout call. Well, Kate, it's been a barn burner, but right now the Foxborough needs a break. Something has to go in there to go well. Either you know, they came very close to getting the ball back on a 5-second violation.
That's what I was going to say. That break might result in a 5-second violation. That would be kind of what we're looking for.
The winner will play number 1 seed Medfield. Time, date, site yet to be determined. Here we go. Wilson will inbound. Gets it out to Cronin. Cronin is fouled. About the only thing Foxborough could do. I think that's on Sampson. That will be her 5th. Kylie Sampson fouls out of the ball game. And they will go to the foul line. Kelly Cronin with 2. She has 16 points in this game. She was the X factor. Not expected to be a scorer today. The first shot is good. Her season high was 15, so she has a season high. And now, this one has to miss. No, it doesn't. Foxborough now in terrible position. Timeout called. It is a 4-point deficit. It is almost impossible with the time available here. They have to get a quick basket and get the ball back immediately.
Get the ball back immediately. Anything's possible. This is a great game, though, Mark.
It is.
Very close.
It's a great game. Be the first time in a while that Foxborough hasn't got past the round of 8, though, if that's the case.
We still have some time. 16.3, and both teams are just playing their hearts out.
Of course, your daughter Ava played for these Warriors for 4 years. How's she doing now that she's graduated and working? Is she with the Foxborough Fire Department right now?
We'll see very soon.
Very soon?
We're waiting.
Hopefully.
But, you know, Rihanna Rice took over her number, so we're extremely proud for that. So it's nice to have that passed down.
That's one thing about this program. It is generational.
It is.
You'll see that certain people, these kids grew up watching people who went to state championship games. They wanted to be like them.
Absolutely, yep.
And I'm sure Minnechaug right now is feeling a nice burst. They have a 4-point lead. 16.3 seconds left. Foxborough inbounds the ball. Adriana Perazzo brings it up. Drummond's right side, back to Perazzo, left side rather. Perazzo in the lane, gets the shoots, no good. Rebound by Augustine, it's loose. It will be O'Brien's rebound. And Minnechaug, what do we have? We have a foul?
A foul on Foxborough.
Okay, they did call the foul and Minnechaug can wrap it up. Foul will be on August Vivas, that's her 3rd. And so going to the foul line is Zahara Wilson as Minnechaug came all the way from Wilbraham, and they will go back with a berth in the state semifinal in Division II. Wilson at the foul line puts the first one up and in. Foxborough gave it a good run. They hit from 3 in the last quarter, but Wilson makes the second free throw. It is 45-39. The last shot for the Warriors this year does not go. The final score, Minnechaug 45, Foxborough 39. The Falcons will go on to the Division II semifinal. They will play the number 1 seed, and that is a very good Medford team. Foxborough goes home with a 21-2 record this season.
Everything to be proud of for these Foxborough Warriors. And what a great game. I enjoyed it. I love to see a tight game but somebody's got to bring home the trophy and advance, you know. There's always going to be a winner and there's always going to be a loser, but everybody should be proud of themselves. It was a great game to watch.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, I've watched a lot of Foxborough basketball for a long time, and this team had a few injury problems early in the season. They had to make changes as to what their plan was. Losing Bryn Allen for a lot of that season took away their center, but I think they got obviously a great benefit with Rihanna Rice playing as well as she did. I am going over the scoring totals here right now as best I can. Let's say, let me go with Minnechaug first. Ainsley Holden had 2 points. Zahara Wilson, 9 points. Elizabeth Waterwitz had 2 points. Kaylin O'Brien, 10 points for her. Kelly Cronin, 17 points.
The players and coaches,
I believe.
From Minnechaug,
I'll check it one more time.
For their victory and moving on to the semifinal round. At this time, with the captains and head coach in the blue
Actually,
team.
19 points. My bad. 19 points for her.
Yeah, she did great.
That was her best performance of the year.
So she hit over her leading score, whatever.
Yep, best performance of the year for her, and Ava Manning had 3.
Yeah.
And that's the scoring for Minnechaug. For Foxborough, Adriana Perazzo with 8 points. Gia Perazzo with 3 points. She's back next year. Naomi Aguas Vivas, 3 points. She's back next year. Alasia Drummonds, let me just check this one more time. 16 points for her, and of course she's back next year. Kylie Sampson, 1 point. Megan Brennan did not score. Olivia Foscaldo did not score, and Rihanna Rice, 8 points, and she will be back next year. So Minnechaug celebrates with the Final Four trophy that they give out these days. They will go on. The Final Four right now are Whitman Hanson, St. Mary's of Lynn, Medfield, and now Minnechaug.
Yeah.
Well, Kate.
We'll be watching. Keeping track.
I get a little misty at times like this because I follow Foxborough as much as I can. I didn't get to do as many of their games this year as I have in the past, but I watched every single one of them. And I love this program. I love what it represents, and certainly the job that Lisa Downs has done over the last 15 years. She now, of course, will hopefully come back next year. We never know after 15 years, but I don't think there's much doubt that she sees that there are a lot of young players and a very good 8th grade class coming up here in Foxborough that she would love to get her hands on and get them into shape. See her record right now, 273 and 70. Outstanding performance by her and by the team all the way. But today they met a team that was able to get a lead, play some outstanding defense, take away a lot of their shots until the last quarter when Foxborough, probably on adrenaline more than anything else, 5 baskets, all of them threes.
Right.
But they couldn't get the last one when they needed it, and Minnechaug was able to pull away at the end. So 45-39, the final score. Your last thoughts of the day?
You know, I'm gonna just echo what you said again. I do get a little teary-eyed too because I've been through it. It's exciting to watch, you know, this team all year round, and you know, we want them to advance, you know, but
all the props to Minnechaug. They came a long way to get here to this game, about 90 miles, I think it is.
And I wish I did my homework on them from the 90s. I think someone else I know out there that's watching the game knows their history from like 1996 or something, you know, back in the day. Same thing with this team, you know. So I felt in my bones, I felt like this was going to be close.
I had a feeling it was going to be a challenge, and as it turns out, it definitely was. So I'm not, for our Foxborough viewers, I'm not sure if we're going to have a post-game interview today.
I think there will be one.
We might have one, but for those of you,
I'll let you do the honors.
Those of you who joined us, thank you, Kate. Those of us who joined us on the NFHS network, we're very happy to have had you here. If you are a fan of the Falcons of Minnechaug, you have another game.
And it's going to be exciting.
You know, I'm not sure. We're not sure where it will be or when it will be, but you're still playing, and you should enjoy that. So,
congratulations, Minnechaug.
for everybody here at Foxboro Cable Access who brought you this, for my partner, Kate Hill. Kate, we will get another state championship game one of these days. I'm sure we will. I'm Mark Farinola, thanking you for joining us. The final score once again, Minnechaug 45, Foxboro 39. Good afternoon, everyone.